Casino, Petoskey.
It is time for Friday Faceoff here on Up North Sports Radio. Rich Calkins and Gordon Miller in right now. Well, JC is finishing up over on our sister station. Hey, Gordo, we have got an absolutely huge game for these Detroit Lions as they go into Philadelphia to take on the sometimes struggling, always dramatic Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, I figure we could cover this game for the next 61 minutes and just let JC hang out in the other studio. That'd be fine.
Right. We
carry him every week as it is, so it's no problem. This game's going to be fascinating to me because I was talking to some people yesterday and I just made the argument that this is a statement game for the Lions more than it is a statement game for a defending Super Bowl champion. You know, for Detroit coming into this game.
Why did we start with the Lions?
Who
told you to start with the Get out!
We took the easiest topic there was.
Absolutely, yeah.
We went easy.
Is the Detroit Pistons.
Is it?
They have the best record in the NBA.
They do.
Beat the Bulls.
There's 70 games to go.
They beat the Bulls without
Josh Giddey.
Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren.
And Josh Giddey.
Okay, so who? Who the hell's Josh
The leading
Giddey?
scorer for the Bulls. The Australian megastar who's going to be cutting rap songs and everything else soon.
Cade Cunningham is averaging 27.5 points, 9.5 assists, and 6 rebounds, which pales in comparison to what Giannis Antetokounmpo is doing right now. He's averaging 34.5, 11.5, and 6 assists. But Cade Cunningham is the best NBA player the Pistons have had since Grant Hill, easily. And this is a team that could do some very serious damage. It's unbelievable. 1 through 12, these guys are coming off the bench. Paul Reed had 27 points, 13 rebounds, and 5 assists. Paul Reed, that's what he had in the Bulls game.
Don't forget Denise Jenkins either.
Yeah.
He's come in.
Who is he?
He was on St. John's.
Okay.
Yep. I remember him in college, but last year he didn't get any play. Probably more in the G League, but
Well, yeah, he was a two-way player. Did he even play on the Pistons last year? If he did,
a little bit toward the end.
Okay.
Very end. But
with injuries.
The Pistons have been great, no doubt about it. I love Cade Cunningham, how he's reduced his turnovers now, really doing a great job leading this team. And as JC mentioned, 6 of their top rotational players did not play in that game against the Bulls.
Tobias Harris hasn't played in 2 weeks.
Beef Stew didn't play.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
Marcus
Thompson did not. I mean, you name it, they did not play.
Ron Holland didn't play either, did he?
No, Holland did play. Holland
Yeah.
Because he was out before. It's load management. That's all it is. It's load management.
Cade did take a brutal hit going in for how that wasn't a flagrant foul. I don't know from the game before. He was so in trouble in midair, gets knocked to the floor, lands on his tailbone, and they just say that was a common foul. I was just like, whatever.
I mean, the Boston Celtics a week ago beat the hell out of him in the first half.
Yeah.
I mean, it was unbelievable how it was like Bad Boys Pistons all over again. They the refs, at least maybe the Pistons are starting to get that looking the other way from the referees
Right.
already. Because
A taste of their own medicine.
That's right. Well, I don't know how physical the Pistons can be physical. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
Beef stew
Right.
moves people around a little bit. But I got to tell you, Jalen Duren has been a massive upgrade this year.
Total beast.
Yeah,
Down low and
he is the real
scoring
deal.
and just love it. Love his energy. When he doesn't get in foul trouble, he still got it occasionally. He'll pick up a couple of quick ones, but I love it overall. You got to absolute A+ by the Pistons start, no question.
Yeah, it's
It still looks like OKC's got their own league going. But, jeez.
They're
I don't know,
crazy.
well,
They just ran right through every
but
contender in the
funny
West
thing is, though,
and
Gordon,
killed them all.
Gordon Miller Lending.
Yeah, sorry.
Bo Quimby. The West is surprisingly weak right now. That people across the league for years are saying, the West is so much better than the East,
Right.
and I still believe that to be true. It's just that right now, with injuries and some age problems, although it wasn't a surprise after Steph Curry has his worst game in 10 years in the NBA, goes for 46
Yeah.
and beats the.
Just to let you know, he's still there.
I still can play a little bit.
I can still shoot the rock.
But what is he now? He's 37 years old.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And LeBron it'll be very interesting to see if LeBron James can play basketball anymore. This is the longest stretch of basketball he's ever missed, and sciatica.
Right. As
Okay.
I call it, psychotica, because it drives you crazy.
But but Austin Reeves is like the third best player in the NBA. It's just crazy.
It is crazy how
What is
guys
LeBron-
step
what-
up.
Other than Bronny, what is LeBron playing for at this stage? You've got all the rings you can handle. You're declining a little bit. You're
Yeah,
not going to win a
just-
title ever
It doesn't-
again.
It's still $38 million.
Yeah, it's
Is he
just
broke?
I'm just saying, I don't care who you are. Michael Jordan will bend over and pick up $38 million.
yeah.
And Michael Jordan has, an extra 4 zeros behind his number compared to LeBron James?
Right.
He gambles too much. He needs to work.
I'm sure you've gambled with him.
Yeah, no, I have never. I had rumors that he was down at a table one time when I was in Vegas, but never got down there and saw it. There were big crowds around him so I wouldn't have made it anywhere near the table.
I can't believe
Michael
that,
was
that he
protected.
doesn't go into the private
He's
room.
he's
Yeah.
protected.
Yeah. He's usually not seen in the public
This
areas.
is a guy that built his own golf course.
Right. Yeah. That takes a couple of shekels.
Yeah.
They're just kind of.
And what is NBC paying him to do? He's not even on the counter show,
Right,
the talk
yeah.
show. He's
Right.
got his own little pre-recorded deal with Mike Tirico, and I don't even know what the amount that NBC scratched that check for.
I will never forget the only time that I had a T-shirt stolen out of my luggage.
Is that a thing? You know what? I got to admit, I've never had a T-shirt
No,
stolen out.
no.
Well, you
what
got-
was that T-shirt, Gordon?
I was going to say
wanna know.
you got to wait for the story. So being a Duke season ticket holder and Carolina, the last game of the season, Michael has had a toast or two, and he goes out on the floor and he talks about the ceiling is the roof.
Oh, is that the?
And I had that T-shirt made up. So I wore that out to the sports books, and I'm thinking
The entrepreneur you are.
No, it was more the
Did it say
T-shirt.
Miller Lending on the back?
No. The T-shirt was popular. Everybody was buying. Well, probably all the Duke people were buying the T-shirts. So I go out to Vegas, and I'm thinking, this is going to be great. I'm digging at these Carolina fans. A little bit of side joke there, and all I had was, "Hey, Michael, wasn't that great?" And slap. I'm like, that wasn't the intention. That it wasn't supposed to be celebrating with Carolina fans. The shirt did not make it back. When I got back home, the shirt was out of my suitcase. That's the one shirt that they took, was Michael Jordan's quote, "The ceiling is the roof." I'm still trying to translate that. So that's all I got.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we can go back to the Lions now if you feel
Would you
like
please? Would you please? I could tell stories. You know that. but yeah,
Right. That's why we have you
That's-
here.
yes.
And that's why the show runs long every
That's
week.
right.
Yes,
Yeah.
experience. It's called experience.
Okay,
Experiences.
so actually I thought we would do Lions the next two segments. So we'll combine this with a huge win by the Red Wings last night. The Red Wings,
Much needed.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. That was the best team in hockey that came in
Yes,
last
that was
night.
the concerning point. Was
Anaheim
like, oh,
was
no.
11-4-1, and the Wings had lost 3 or 4 of their last 5 games, and really had I mean
And weren't scoring at all.
Not at all. Did Kane play last night?
Yeah.
He did.
Did he? Okay.
So
I was surfing back and forth between football and the Wings
you
game.
watched that football game?
Yeah, partially.
Wow. Really?
I thought there was something wrong with my TV, by the way. When I saw the uniforms in the field, I thought, what's going on with my TV here? And I realized that was one of their alternate jerseys. I just, whoa, this was crazy looking. But yes, I
Did you go online and order one right away?
No.
Then they
color with
failed.
the ceiling is
Yes.
the roof or whatever.
Yeah,
Then
right,
they-
exactly.
Floor is the
Then,
ceiling.
right, whatever.
We do floors and
And
ceilings.
ceilings.
Whatever the
At Miller
intention
Lending.
was. Right.
Miller
yes.
Lending.
We do it all.
Yeah, we'll get your entire floor and ceiling paid for.
Yes, absolutely. But yeah, no, I mean, coming into the Lions game this week, and I know we're kind of bouncing
doing the
around.
Red Wings.
Well, you said next two
No,
segments.
I said
was.
doing the Red Wings.
Oh,
so,
jeez,
okay.
I'm so lined up here. He's
Yeah.
got the shirt, the hat on.
I know.
That's what he wears.
You're ready
to
for the
bed.
Northwestern
I do,
game
yeah.
at Wrigley Field
We
tomorrow.
will talk about that. Are you going?
No.
Okay. Back to the Red Wings.
DeBrincat got a couple of goals. Good
That-
to see him.
Yeah, that is probably the thing that stands out.
Yes.
He's had a horrible year coming up, and unfortunately for the Red Wings, and part of the reason for the spiral is because Dylan Larkin had started out so strongly.
Oh, yeah.
Goal
They
again.
have. He has been. That's like game plan number 1, number 2, and number 3. Get rid of Larkin.
Yeah. And then that's why we've struggled the last 3-4 games. Yeah.
100%.
Which was the call for adding another top 6 forward all that
Yes.
time, because and Larkin also has the back, so you know he's going to miss games, but it's the thing you still notice, it's at least they're competitive. Last night was the way that they responded to giving up the lead twice very quickly.
Yeah.
It had to take a little bit of character and show a little bit of character. That the one goal that was sweet, but he just doesn't do it enough, is I really thought Rasmussen was going to be a different player.
I know.
I really thought he was going to be a power forward,
Yeah.
30-goal guy,
Big
very
physical, all of that. I know.
in front of
That's
the
always
net,
my
all
thing
of
with
it.
him.
And he might as well be 5'9".
Yeah. I know.
It's what a waste of height. He's got skill too.
They got some power play goals, which was important last night, and they didn't give up any on the other end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really
Gibson made
amazing.
some
I'm glad
amazing
you brought
saves,
that
too.
up, Gordon Miller Lending. The lack of physicality on this hockey team is stunning.
Every year.
I mean, this has
know.
been a problem for a decade.
Yes, it has.
And Larkin can tell you all about it because he doesn't get protected, and they
No.
just
Yeah.
board him all the time.
Yeah, that's why he's not scoring goals now.
yeah.
Raymond's been hurt. Same
Yeah.
reason why he gets taken off the puck in a very
And he's a
physical
little
manner.
guy, and
this is
yeah.
something that's, like I kind of referenced it a little bit back when we were talking about the Pistons a minute ago. Physicality is kind of back in the sport.
It is.
Hockey, they try to remove all the hit. Now it's back again, and it is a way. I mean, there is an oversaturation of professional hockey teams, and the NHL wants to add a couple more teams.
Of course.
I don't know where they're going to put them. Green Bay.
Yeah.
But
Mexico.
They're going to play
We're going
on
to bring
the
hockey to Mexico.
well, what I'm saying is,
do it.
or the point I'm trying to get to is that, so there's guys in the league that are not talented. They're not goons.
Yeah.
But they're goons.
Yeah, they're modern day goons.
Yeah,
I guess.
exactly.
Tom Wilson.
Yeah, exactly.
Tom
Well,
Wilson, the
Wilson's
perfect
actually
guy.
a pretty good hockey player. But
Right,
Yeah.
but he's the perfect. But he's the perfect protector,
Oh,
as
are
well.
you kidding me? I would love to see him in a Red Wing uniform.
The other team that does the exact same thing, by the way, is the Carolina Hurricanes,
Yep.
who last night, when 2 nights ago, when they had a bad penalty against them on a very cheap play with the goalie, the forward that takes on the guy that just ran the goalie
Yeah.
is Logan Stankoven. Look him up. I think he's
Stankhoven.
That's a good hockey
Pitch your
name.
Stankhoven
Yeah.
off me.
I think he's 5'9", and he handled himself just fine against the guy that's about 6'5". But when they had even Brett Burns, when you have someone who you just can't mess with. So the Hurricanes are down to Jordan Staal. That's their protector. That's who. The Red Wings have always been the victim of this ever since this goes back longer than 10 years.
Well, ever since Vladdy got, KO'd
yeah.
in a limo.
Right. Darren
Darren
Probert
McCarty
and Kosher could play.
Played protector.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
small, not a huge guy.
But Vladdy played way above his weight class. I mean, he wasn't
Vladdy was way bigger than Darren McCarty.
Yeah,
Vladdy's a big boy.
Vladdy was the Vladnator.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he hit
Vladdy's
like
190. Darren McCarty
Was he really?
Yeah.
I thought he was a lot lighter when he was lighting people up.
No.
At the blue line. Some of those hits are
and
just
what line
amazing.
did he play on again? You want to remind me?
Darren McCarty?
Yeah. What was
what
that?
they call the grind line?
Grind line?
Yeah, the Red Wings don't have.
They don't have a grind line.
They don't have a grinder.
No,
not a grinder.
Hey.
Which is funny because you take a look who's in the office, and
He played with all these guys.
Yeah.
He
Well,
was
no.
protected.
exactly.
it's
Exactly. And that's why
don't know
getting
if
back
that's
to Rasmussen, not being one of the bigger guys and just doesn't always play with physicality.
Soderblom is 6'8",
yeah.
natural, huge.
I don't get it. I really don't, because this is what you learn. Both of my kids, my son and my daughter, played very high-level hockey, and when you go from mites to to Bantams, and that's when they start checking, and that's when you see half the kids get out of hockey.
Right.
Because
They don't like that physicality.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
They like it when you can skate and shoot and all that good stuff.
Exactly.
I got a quick story for you.
That's a shocker.
So when my son was 7, 8 years old, it was the first year they still couldn't do any checking. They couldn't do any of it.
Right.
He's in a game against Ron Francis's kid,
Okay.
and they get into the corner, and there's contact, and then they start chipping at each other. I went into the cafeteria and said, "Sorry, Ron, I know you just got back from San Jose like an hour ago, but they want us to talk to our boys right now. You need to come out here for a minute." So that's where it starts. And my son didn't play another year after that, by the way, because the other part of that is that the ice times were like 5:30, 2 hours away.
Oh, I know. Tell me about it.
5:30 a.m. It's like,
I-
if you
it
go
was-
for two.
God.
I know.
Yeah,
This is when it kind of helped me from getting so stinking drunk on Friday nights because I had to get
2
up
hours.
at 4:30. And the other beautiful bonus of that is usually the last thing in the rink was beer league hockey. So not only that, so you take your kids in at 5:30 in the morning to put their skates and their uniforms on, and the locker room smells like stale beer, and you're like,
Especially after drinking all night.
That's right.
That's all you needed.
yeah. It's a good thing nobody was puffing a cigar because I would have hurled for sure.
Well, it would have been one of those. It's like, is Dad pregnant? I remember Mom was throwing up, and then you came along. Jeez, he's been throwing up all morning.
So yeah, but that is, hockey is. We all know what a physical game it is, and it to me, it's the number one reason why the Red Wings haven't been in the playoffs for what are we? Are we going on 10 years now?
10, yeah.
What did we? How many years in a row did we have? Was it
25
20
even.
I think it was 27.
I thought it was, well,
I think
In a row that we
27 years in a row
where the
they were in
last couple were
playoffs.
Penguins like, where you get in the first round and you get swept. That was
Yeah.
what it kind of
But
resorted to.
and here we are.
Yes.
And I don't know what else to say. Are they going to try to get some physicality at the trade deadline? We know how big Detroit sports team general managers are at the trade deadline to improve their squads.
Wow.
And that is
Not ours.
Well, and that will lead us into segment number 2. So when the Lions playing Philadelphia, where the Lions stood pat, and Philly brought in 3 players.
Right.
Jalen
And
Phillips
One of those,
looked
he played
good.
pretty well the
He looked
other
pretty
night.
good
He
on
sure
that.
did.
Yeah, he sure
for
did.
a third-round draft pick, Jalen. What's his
Phillips.
first name?
Jalen.
Yeah,
Jalen Phillips, yeah.
A
That
white guy named Jalen. You don't.
No,
And it's spelled wrong, too. It's not even spelled right. It's
We'll be
like-
back after these words from our fine partners on Up North Sports Radio's Friday Face-Off, brought to us by TVCAirport.com.
TVC's tip of the day. It's time to book your holiday and winter getaway, and TVC is ready to take you there. Whether you're visiting family and friends or chasing sunshine on southern beaches, TVC is the perfect flight for you. This fall, fly nonstop to Boston with JetBlue and experience the vibrant colors of autumn in the Northeast. Or choose from top carriers like American, Delta, and United. Plus, enjoy ultra-low fares on Allegiant. Seats are filling fast. Book your holiday and winter travel today. Explore all your flight options at tvcairport.com. Who knew? Fresh air is a destination. A place to breathe in the lapping waves of Torch Lake and explore the tree-lined trails of northern Michigan. A place to connect with nature and each other, one-on-one, in the waves, woods, and wonder of Bel Air. When you're looking to escape the everyday, breathe in the magic of northern Michigan at Shanty Creek Resort in Bel Air and online at shantycreek.com.
Mac and cheese is all grown up at Trouttown Tavern and Eatery in Kalkaska with the Pub House Mac and Cheese. Savor an oozy 4-cheese blend smothered over penne pasta and topped with a crispy Parmesan crumb. Get decadent by adding smoked pork and bacon crumble, or maybe shrimp or barbecue beef brisket. This is mac and cheese at a new level. Pair it with your favorite ice-cold brew or cocktail. Get more at TrouttownTavern.com. Trouttown, for up north flavor.
Think you know football? Go head-to-head for prizes with the Traverse City Record Eagles' own pro, senior sports writer James Cook. Pick your winners for every Sunday NFL matchup at record-eagle.com. If you beat James, you'll be entered to win a weekly prize from our Record Eagle sponsors. Make your picks each week, plus get contest rules and details at record-eagle.com/NFL Pick'em. Can you show up one of Northern Michigan's most trusted sports voices? James Cook's NFL Sunday Pick'em at record-eagle.com.
Hey, it's Anthony Bellino from Spin on Sports, Michigan Sports Talk Morning Show on the Great Voice Radio Network. Heard live weekday mornings from 6 to 9 right here on Up North Sports Radio 101.1 WGRY. Whether it's Tigers, Pistons, Red Wings, Lions, Michigan State, the Big Ten, the Mid-American Conference, all the headlines, all the stories, and always Michigan teams first. It's all right here on Spin on Sports, weekday mornings from 6 to 9 on the Great Voice Radio Network. Heard locally on Up North Sports Radio 101.1 WGRY.
Let's go.
Chicago. Let's go.
We got to hurry up. We're going to Chicago.
All right.
Welcome back to Friday Faceoff on Up North Sports Radio. I don't need my headphones.
God, neither do I. Wow.
Brought to us by tvcairport.com. We'll see if we get a hold of Kevin Klein and talk about Destination NFL. But there is a big game on Sunday. What a great slate of football games. You know, after like last week's was pathetic.
Yeah.
Even though, like, Buffalo, I got my ass handed to me in football last week.
Right. Buffalo loses to Miami. That made no... The NFL makes no sense right now.
The NFL doesn't make any sense, except for...
Carolina won at Green Bay, and then they got killed at home.
Yeah. But so we have what we talked about briefly at the end of the last segment, is a statement game, I think, for both of these teams. I would, you've got a pretty top-heavy NFC, right, Rich? Mm-hmm. Rams look really good.
They do.
Seahawks, we'll find out because the Rams and the Seahawks are playing.
That's a great matchup there.
I'm not worried about Seattle because it's the Sam Darnold playoff effect. So he can be great all year. I don't really care.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
The Rams are the real deal. They appear to be, at least, because that defense is as good as the offense.
Right.
But, I'm very concerned about this Philadelphia Eagles team that went out and addressed needs that they had, where the Lions, shoved their head in the sand and said, we're going to coach them up. And maybe they did. I think the Commandos suck.
They do.
Yeah, and we're going to find out the difference because the two teams that really have made the Lions look bad, the Vikings and the Packers, brought so much pressure up the middle. And, do you think that the Eagles can bring a little pressure up the middle?
They can. They can. And, good job by Dan Campbell taking over play calling, obviously. That's real leadership. You know, he didn't like what he was seeing, didn't make a big to-do about it, just took it over, called the plays.
I
and
love that.
I do
No doubt
too.
about it, yeah.
The offense looked a lot better, and he was very classy in the post-game show, talking about, look, I want this offense to look a certain way, feel a certain way, and that looked like the old Lions offense of a year ago,
Yeah, I was just on the way here. I was talking to a friend of mine that hosts down in Raleigh, and they're on the air every day. And yeah, I mean, this is it's going to be fun. I guess it's just going to be fun. But
I hope it's going to be fun. I have a
Gibbs
sneaking
got
suspicion
involved
that this is
properly.
going to be, the Lions are going to get their asses handed to them.
Oh,
See,
do you really?
I really
I'm the
think that.
opposite. I'm on the opposite
Okay.
side. I mean, the usage of Gibbs was much better. The spreading of the ball around, getting J-Mo involved. It's the one thing that I was telling my friend in Raleigh was just about the class of Campbell. That was the point I was trying to make. And, after the game, if this had been, say, the Giants, it'd be like, yeah, I'm going to fire my offensive coordinator.
Yeah, exactly.
With Campbell, it's like, well, I might fire him after the season, but right now I'm going to say he's a big part of the offense.
Exactly.
And we meet, and he's talking
But I
all
don't
game.
think he said that about Anthony Lynn.
No, that's what I was wondering
think
about.
he said that about Anthony. When he took over for Anthony Lynn, he's like, we've got to get back to doing some things.
Yeah.
And I don't think the word
Right.
Anthony Lynn ever came out of his mouth.
Right. I think he learned his lesson from that one, because I thought the same thing, JC. I remember
to it.
Anthony Lynn when he was like unceremoniously booted to the side.
Well, it was funny because I mean that was the next comment that I made to him was with that the two situations are being handled different, and what you would say from afar is that Campbell didn't feel great about the way that he handled the Anthony Lynn situation
Yes.
because he did throw him right under the bus, kicked him under the
Sure
bus.
did.
Did a Gerard
Backed
Gallant.
it over him a couple of times.
Did a Gerard
Yeah,
Gallant and then said, get off the bus.
But let's take this into consideration.
Morton's been bad.
Okay.
Morton was
They were
bad.
talking about firing Dan Campbell then. Okay, so
Oh, yeah.
nobody's talking about
No.
firing Dan Campbell.
No.
When they were 2-8 after a 2-.
Oh, 9-1.
Yeah.
So,
There was a difference.
Ti-
There's a reason why. Give me that.
that time there was a huge timing difference for sure.
Well,
Yeah.
But after the Vikings game, you would say the same thing. I mean, if I'm the head coach and I'm looking at the box score and we've lost 2 out of 3, and I'm sitting there seeing, 12 touches for Gibbs, 2 targets to J-Mo, 1 target to Laporta. They didn't even use the Gibbs-Montgomery sets that they said they were going to use in the summer. We're going to do 2 backs.
Yeah.
We're going to have them both in. We're going to split Gibbs out as a receiver. That's barely showed up. Morton is bland, and he showed it.
Well, the play calling in the game against the Packers, game number 1, it looked very vanilla.
Right.
But they couldn't run the football.
Yep.
And so then when you put the pressure on Goff, that's no good. And the difference between that game and the Viking game was they were going ahead. They were throwing on first down. They were mixing it up, and they weren't having any success running the football. Yeah. And Goff was under pressure. And he's going to look at what they did to Jordan Love. Now, I think the Lions' offensive line is better than the Packers. The Packers' offensive line has fallen apart. But they didn't get any pressure from the Commanders. They are going to be pressed by 4 players in against Philadelphia. If the offensive line holds up, great. If it doesn't, the Lions are in huge trouble. And I don't care what the hell's going on with A.J. Brown.
Yeah, I hope it just continues to turmoil in that locker room.
The Lions do not
interviews with AJ are still happening.
No, I'm just saying the
Nothing
Lions
about the games.
The Lions
Just
don't
him.
have as good a defense as the Packers. That football
agreed.
game between the Eagles and the Packers, kudos.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's kudos or not, but
The Eagles' O-line didn't look good to
it
me.
did not look good.
And
But neither did our offensive line against this Packers front.
right.
Just saying.
I just think it's
And
a statement game for Detroit.
Their
It
O
is a
line.
sta- 100%.
I think it's all statement for Detroit. I think it's, a game that they don't circle, but they actually circled, because if you're in that locker room, you're saying, this is our NFC championship that we lost to Washington. We have to go in there and show who we are
Right.
and take over the top spot in the NFC and keep it.
Yeah.
You know, if we can take them out of this game.
Way easier said than done.
It is. Oh, of course. But
Barkley
I think you
can't
hit.
run.
It's pretty simple.
I don't know.
This Lions team's success is all driven by running the football.
Yes.
If we don't run if you can't run, you can't do play action passes. You can't do any of that stuff that Goff is good at.
It's the same problem that the Eagles have. The reason why they're winning football games, kudos to them. I mean, Barkley had 1,300 yards at this time last year. He's got 560.
Yes.
How the Eagles are winning football games is a mystery.
Yeah.
Two TDs.
Because their receivers aren't catching balls. They are, I mean, they're just barely getting over the other teams.
Hurts is a winner.
Because he is. He
Jalen
knows
Hurts,
how to win. And manage games.
That's right.
He's the consummate game manager.
100%.
I would be breaking down and watching that Rams game that the Eagles played. That was the tale of two halves right there.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the Rams in the third quarter had them blown out. Just blown out.
Oh, yeah?
At Philly. Just had totally dominated the game.
And how they got back in that game
I know it.
and won, I mean, by any means possible,
Yes.
right?
Special teams better bring it this week.
Oh, that's another thing. The Lions.
geez.
I think Rodriguez hopefully is going to be activated for special teams, and Rodrigo there because again we gave up a big return again.
Yep.
I mean, it's really concerning when for 3 years we haven't given up anything in the return game, nothing, and all of a sudden this year, big play after
But
big
they
play.
they had a couple of good run backs. Raymond's had some pretty good run backs in the last few weeks. So on the offensive side
right.
of the
But, yeah, our
it's starting to
coverage
work out
units
a little bit. The coverage unit is a problem. There's no doubt about it.
Juice Williams looked pretty good last night. And for that whole time, we thought he was going to make the Lions roster and stick. He's been a very good returner for them. And I have not been excited with our – I mean,
This is
with
a
our kick
huge-
returners, you don't think there's going to be a touchdown.
Yeah.
You're just hoping to get
Well,
to the 35.
a couple of weeks ago, we had our backup linebacker as a kick returner. That never puts fear into the opposing team when you're that long-haired.
Yeah,
There's
Stewart.
just so,
He
there's
was
just
there in
so
the
many
opener.
factors
He was
that are
there in
going
the
to be
opener.
huge. I mean, like the Lions' D-line is going to have to be really good.
Mm-hmm.
The linebackers have played extraordinary, but if they don't put pressure on Hurts, I
Yes.
mean, you got two number ones on the Browns, and A.J. Brown is going to get the football. Whether Devontae Smith has been their number one. If you take a look, when you watch all these talking head shows, Brown has always got two people following him around. So Devontae Smith is running around. That's who scored the only touchdown against the Packers.
Exactly. And that was an underthrown ball.
And our DBs are suspect.
And Amik Robertson went out with a hammy yesterday, and so that's concerning. And, yeah, I agree.
What's it up to 2.5 on my sheet? The Lions are giving 1.5. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
I think Philadelphia at home with a lot of crap floating around the football team. This is a step it up. I agree with you. I hope you're right, but my instincts say Lions trouble. And it could be one of those games where they really get gut stomped like they did against the Packers.
See, Rich, Jerry's an SOL.
I don't like
he is
that.
just the same old Lions guy.
Here's what I really hope,
Same
though.
old.
I have been the Al Pacino. They pull me back in. I hated this football
Yeah, he gave
team
them up for Lent for a long time.
For a long time. The only reason why I even paid attention to these guys is because we had to come in here and talk about them.
Yeah.
And when they were crap. Now they're good, and I hope to God that they win a Super Bowl before I die. Because it's going to be like, my dad did not get to see the Cubs win the World Series.
You better slow down the drinking then.
But I got
just the joke
I'm
of
not
living
on
on
the mic, but if you're watching on here, this is what I'm going to tell Rich.
But if we get off to a great start in Philly, those fans will turn on
Translated, Jerry
the
just
Eagles
said
and
good
they'll
call.
start booing and throwing batteries and all that. So if we get off to a great start, it could be a boat race the other way.
Oh, that's fine. Let's go over the. Actually, we'll go to a break. We've got the lovely and talented Autumn. Is stepping in for Kevin Klein.
All
He's
right.
much easier to look at
yes.
than Mr. Klein.
All right,
so
that's fair.
we will do Destination NFL. We'll do our checking in with the good folks at Shanty Creek. We got some college football to talk about, and
Jerry and I are going
we're
to
gonna go
Chicago tomorrow.
I got to call Cheryl right now.
My wife won't even.
We're going. I'm driving to Chicago.
My wife would not even know I'm gone. she'd be like, "Oh, I thought you were in the back.
But
How was the
she
game?"
obviously cooks for herself.
Yes.
Yeah, see, I do all the cooking. Cheryl will notice.
She
I-
would
Oh,
know if
all
he
right.
was gone. Yeah.
Well, then you better make it tonight because we're gonna have to leave like around 6 a.m.
Back after these on Up North Sports Radio's Friday Face-Off.
It's time for the Up North Sports Radio Northern Michigan Trail Report, brought to you by your Michigan Toro authorized dealer, Outdoor Equipment Co. in Houghton Lake, Lansing, and Detroit. OutdoorEquipCO.com. Toro, count on it.
I'm Melissa Sullivan, outdoor enthusiast and your host. So you've got just days to get out there and enjoy those ORV trails without restrictions. Michigan's ORV restrictions during deer season are simple. On any public hunting land, you cannot operate your ORV during peak hunting hours. That means staying off the trails from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. and again from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. However, there are a few legal exceptions. You are permitted to use your ORV during these restricted times for a few critical reasons, including to retrieve legally harvested deer, bear, or elk using the most direct route, to go to and from a permanent residence or hunting camp that is otherwise inaccessible by a conventional vehicle, or for hunters with disabilities who hold a valid permit to hunt from a standing vehicle. Speaking of safety and readiness, now is the perfect time to get your machine into the shop. Outdoor Equipment Co. services all makes and models of ORVs, not just the ones they sell. Visit us at upnorthsportsradio.com to learn about Outdoor Equipment's preseason sales in the service department.
This has been your Up North Sports Radio Northern Michigan Trail Report, brought to you by your Michigan Toro authorized dealer, Outdoor Equipment Co. in Houghton Lake, Lansing, and Detroit. OutdoorEquipCO.com. Toro, count on it.
Winter's coming. Are you ready? At Outdoor Equipment Co., they've got everything from the brands you trust to take on the snow. From Snow X and Boss plows and Salters to rugged Cub Cadet, Husqvarna, and Toro snowblowers. And OECO has the accessories, parts, and service to keep your gear running like new. They even handle warranty work, even if you didn't buy it from them. Outdoor Equipment Co. in Houghton Lake, Lansing, and Detroit. Head to OutdoorEquipmentCo.com for brands available at each location. OutdoorEquipmentCo.com.
Iron Pig Smokehouses in Gaylord are kicking off a spectacular happy hour from 3 to 6 every day of the week. Half off every draft, pitcher, and pizza, or choose from taco specials and delicious $6 apps, including burnt ends, pulled pork sliders, and loaded mac and cheese. The Iron Pig has 2 Gaylord locations, downtown on Main Street and near Otsego Lake on Old 27th. For the friendliest, non-foodie dining in North America, check out the Iron Pig Smokehouse online and on Facebook and enjoy.
Tune in to Up North Sports Radio for U of M football.
Brought to you in part by Phil's Direct Flooring in Gaylord, your local source for high-quality, affordable flooring. Phil'sDirectFlooringInc.com. Phil'sDirectFlooringInc.com.
WGRY, Up North Sports Radio.
Welcome back to Friday Face-Off here on Up North Sports Radio. It's time for Destination NFL with the lovely and talented Autumn McLaren. How are you, Autumn?
Hi, I'm doing well. How are you guys?
I'm great. Thank you for stepping in for Kevin. I know how busy you guys have been at the airport. So what have you got for us on the next couple of road trips for the Detroit Lions?
Yeah, we got some good stuff, actually. Shockingly, the price to go out to Philadelphia, if you want to see them play the Eagles on Sunday, if you leave today and return on Monday, it's gone down in price.
Really?
From last week. Yeah, since Kevin last chatted with you, it's gone down to $467 round trip.
Okay.
And last week, this time, it was $498. So that's pretty good.
That's not too bad. How is that Los Angeles flight for the Rams game? That's been really cheap. Is it still in the $200? It was less than $300, which was shocking.
Yeah, and it still is. Both United and American are still holding round-trip fares at $289. That's been holding there steady for a few weeks. And I was quite shocked when I got on this morning because I know we're getting close to that date, closer and closer. Still $289.
Yeah, that's amazing. I know Kevin and I talk about it all the time. I know you listen all the time because that Philadelphia flight a few weeks ago was, below $300. But you got to buy early usually, but you better jump on that Rams flight. Go to see SoFi Stadium. I'd love to see that facility.
Right.
Have you been there, Gordon?
Wouldn't that be great? Out to L.A. for the weekend, $289. You really can't beat that.
You cannot beat that. What else have you got for us?
So, yeah, United is running some pretty affordable fares as well. If you want to, you'd think going out to L.A. would be way more expensive, right? But getting to see them play the Minnesota Vikings on Christmas Day, that is about $549. But last week it was $299.
That's right.
So that one has jumped quite a bit.
Yep.
Probably playing on traveling through the holidays, playing on Christmas is certainly a factor in that as well.
And then the last one on the Lions list, which has been fairly cheap. I don't know what's happened to the Chicago flight.
Yeah, that one's still holding. That is still $179, and it's been that for a little while.
Wow,
so
there you go.
Amazingly, these flights, and as we say, book early, buy early, and that's still very much the case. But I think going into this holiday season, things are some flights are holding, some are jumping dramatically. It really just depends.
Yeah. So the last game of the year at Soldiers Field in Chicago will still be decorated beautifully in the holiday gear. So I think that's one to target. Yeah.
Yep. Another great place that will probably be beautiful this time of year, heading into the NHL season now, talking about the Red Wings, they are playing the New Jersey Devils on November 24th. And if you want to take a weekend, go in, see all those beautiful holiday decorations in New York City, those flights those have increased since we last talked to about $817
That's a
round
little
trip.
pricey now, yeah.
Yep.
The new mayor. All right, Autumn McLaren, thanks for bringing us up to date with Destination NFL. All these rates are available. Where do people look those up?
Just head over to tvcairport.com, and we will connect you to all of our, 7 airlines, 20 nonstop flights. We got all the information there for you.
Thank you, dear. Appreciate it.
Go
Lions.
Have a great one. Go Lions.
There you go. There's Autumn.
All right, Kevin's fired. Autumn's in.
Well, if the Lions win,
Right, we got to keep it rolling.
yeah. If the Lions lose, Kevin will throw Autumn under the bus. He's very good at that. That may be why he hired her.
Everybody needs a scapegoat.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so you two like the Lions?
I do.
We do.
I do like the Lions.
Okay, well, my picks have been horrible. Maybe I'll go ahead and do that. Let's
Join us for the hell of it.
what the hell? All right, so the surprising Miami Dolphins, ever since they fired their general manager, have they won all 3 of their games? I mean,
That was the key move. Always fire the GM.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the issue.
and trade your best pass rusher to the Eagles.
Right. Just fire sale.
But I'll tell you what, you gotta like.
There's got to be a
You gotta like the Dolphins here, right? I mean, although Dan Quinn stole a page out of Dan Campbell's book, now he's taken over the D coordinator job.
Right.
Okay, he can't throw himself under the bus.
He can't. No.
He just wants to control those D tackles.
All right, so I'm going to take Washington here, a dead cat bounce, right?
Why not?
Okay. All right, so your Panthers. Is there a more psychotic football team in the NFL than the Carolina Panthers?
Atlanta.
Maybe the
Well, they're
team
playing Team
That's
Psycho.
right. There's 2 psychos out there on the field.
I mean,
And they beat them in Carolina. What was it, 30-0? They already played
you,
once.
well, as far as I'm concerned, you got to take the team that's getting the points here,
Yeah,
right? So,
three, what's
3.5.
3.5, yeah.
in one of these games, talk about a game you got to have, but I don't like the points here. You know, the Bills have got to win this football game, don't they? But so does Tampa. I mean, Tampa did not look good against New England. Is New England that good?
I can't accept that.
I don't know if I can accept it either.
Yeah,
I mean, they're doing enough to win, and the second-year quarterback Drake May is just doing everything that Vrabel wants.
It's just
We might be seeing a reversion to norm. I mean, just a regression. Mayfield's regressed. That Lions-Tampa game, he missed passes by 10, 15 yards at times.
His line has got some problems. I mean, he was under pressure a lot under New England, and but the Bills don't seem to be able to generate much of a pass rush. And if Bucky Irving is actually back, he's a huge improvement for that offense.
Yeah, if they're another team, if they can't run, you can take advantage of them.
Outside of home games, Buffalo's got trouble.
Well, they're at home in this game.
Right. At home,
5.5.
I like Tampa getting the points. I really do.
Just keep in mind, what's the weather? We should have asked.
Oh yeah,
it's going to be nice.
Because Tampa's going up to the East Coast. That's tough for them.
You know, the Chargers surprised me big time in that Steelers game.
How are they're
the
3-point
just
favorites?
bad. Yeah, over the Jags. I mean, there's another team.
Oh wait, you're Chargers. Okay, I was looking at the Rams. Sorry.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I don't know what to make of the Chargers. I really don't. But their defense played pretty good. And
the thing about Pittsburgh is, are we just seeing the Aaron Rodgers effect? Because the Steelers started off well, and they may just lose out. I mean, Rodgers looks like he did for the Jets.
Like really old.
He looked like he did for the Jets. I mean, between him and Russell Wilson, they wouldn't. I mean, at least Russell Wilson's not starting this week. They've gone to Jameis Winston.
Yeah, they went to Jameis Winston.
I thought for sure
always entertaining. No matter
what.
what. He could throw 4 touchdowns. He could throw 4 picks.
Oh, he throws in the same game.
All in the same game.
That's
exactly.
Right. Because, hey, somebody caught the ball.
Right. Exactly. That should go on my completion percentage.
That hit to Jackson Dart gave the Bears that victory because Wilson came in and I don't think he got more than 1 first down.
Yeah.
It changed the whole game.
I think this Viking Bear game is huge. Are the Bears
it's huge for the
real?
Bears.
I mean, what is the winning record of the teams that the Bears have won? Is like 5-28.
Yeah.
Something ridiculous.
And they come from behind to win them too. I mean,
Scratch
that's why Daboll got fired.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yeah, no, that was the coach killer game. We've had a couple of those on our end where we've killed coaches and all, but no,
I mean, they have the same record as the Lions, the Bears do.
And the Vikings are sub 500. So here's just another game for the Bears against the sub 500.
Jameis, has stepped in. He's been in this spot a lot of times.
Right.
And generally speaking, he plays great in this first game. Now,
it does, yes. Historically, he has. Wouldn't that be great if the Giants beat the Packers?
I love them with 7.5.
Oh. It would add their
and you know
Packer fans' hair would be on fire.
So the Giants' schedule in succession was Chicago, Green Bay, and Detroit.
Yeah.
So let's get Jameis's first game out. He goes great. Second game against Detroit, he can throw his usual 4 or 5
They're getting 7
picks.
at home.
7.5.
7.5 now. Okay.
Yep. Well, they were favored over the Eagles.
Another team that you can't figure out, but they're playing the Titans is the Houston Texans. I mean, Jesus.
Well, that's only because I gave you the impression they were playing better, and they went out and fell flat on their ass. So what?
Davis Mills, I thought you liked him.
What do you got? 3 wins on that team now?
Houston.
Houston, all defense, no O.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. I'd take Nico Collins in a second off that roster.
But the Titans are an.
Oh, they're probably the worst
consistent.
again. They're probably going to get the number 1 pick again.
Cincinnati's going to
back to back number 1 picks.
They've got to play each other.
Making it, like luckily, Sheila Ford Hemp has done a pretty good job.
She is.
And Irsay's daughter seems to be doing a pretty good job. But the gal who inherited the Titans, she's dragging the whole league.
Well, yeah.
For
first
female
idiot
owners.
move was to get rid of Vrabel. What? Oh, he's not good for the team.
She's reminding me of the gal who's the actress that played the owner of the Cleveland Indians in Major League. Do they want to move the team from Tennessee, from Nashville to? They're already in Memphis, right? So maybe they want to move them to Nashville. Isn't it in between Nashville and Memphis where the actual stadium is?
God, I haven't been.
Well, you're the
Memphis and
G. Gordon is the world traveler here.
Well, Memphis and Nashville aren't close enough, are they?
Brock Purdy's supposed to be back for the Niners. Why would you put him in? I don't get it.
I don't get. Mac Jones is playing great. Make sure Purdy is 1,000% healed. Why? I don't. Shanahan. I don't know, buddy. I mean, I don't.
But they're coming off a bad game against the Rams at home. So
they are. But Arizona has played so much better under Jacoby Brissett.
Yes.
And Arizona's defense is legit.
Yeah.
They come at you. It's a Christian McCaffrey game, right? If he goes for 250 yards, which he's been doing a lot of, they're not paying him enough. I'll tell you that. No O-line, no defense, nothing. Get McCaffrey right, McCaffrey left, McCaffrey into the stand, sell some popcorn.
See, while you were talking about losing Buffalo and Miami, I was sitting there thinking that since Stafford never beats the Niners that the Niners would have had a chance in that game. It was 21-0 first quarter.
I
think.
That's
for all
the
that
only
history.
game I got right. I figured that.
Is that right?
history.
Is that correct?
Yeah, that is the only game I got right. Last week. So the Rams Seahawks game.
Great
The
afternoon.
great
tilt.
home, the home field advantage the Rams have at SoFi is devastating.
All Seattle fans. It'll be all Seattle fans.
They're all driving right now. Should take the pressure off of our car ride down to.
That's what I
Chicago.
was thinking. As soon as you said that, I'm like, all right, Chicago's empty.
But man, I don't know. I really don't know. I haven't seen the Seahawks play. Have they been on national TV? I don't know. If they have, I haven't. I wasn't witness to that game.
Yeah, they had a Sunday night game, I think, somewhere in there. The offense has been performing, which, I saw that with Minnesota last year. I'll wait until Darnold does it in a key situation.
Well, to me, this is a Sean McVay teaching the young kid who's boss in the division.
It is an opportunity for that, for sure.
Michigan's own Mike McDonald.
Yeah, he's coach of the year.
He's doing great, man.
He's coach of the year.
Oh, I thought it was Ben Johnson. I thought that had already been settled in the summer.
Okay.
That's what they tell me anyway.
Okay, and then of course the Chiefs and the Broncos, right?
That's an interesting game.
It's a very interesting game.
Because
It's in Denver.
The Chiefs have a lot to lose in that game if they don't come out and beat them.
I'm surprised it's 3.5. They're given to the Broncos. It's a must-win for the Chiefs, but
It is.
Denver has the best defense in the league, and
what are the times?
worst offense in the league.
The worst, exactly. They want to keep
Who's worse, Houston or
keep their defense on the field. That's their only way to score in this game. And how has Patrick Mahomes, the times that he's gotten rattled is when you got all kinds of pressure coming at him, and that's what Denver can do really well.
I was hoping this was going to be Shadur's weekend, but the Browns are just turning this into a circus.
I don't understand that at all.
No, Dylan Gabriel's been terrible.
Did something happen between Stefanski and Shadur? He said something has happened.
He's playing video games during meetings or something. I don't know. There's something.
Got his own reality show going while he's in.
Oh, does he really?
I think,
Okay.
I think something like that's going on. Maybe he's just not focused. He's an entrepreneur.
But this is the typical situation here. They're getting 8.5. That the Browns play. Their defense will play fantastic, and the Ravens will. Eke out. They have to win.
They do.
Yes. And they're playing better football, but this is one of those games where is a head scratcher. How did the Browns beat the Ravens? How did this happen? So
I don't think that's coming.
And a Monday night game featuring two of the greatest franchises in the history of the sport, and the viewership will be like you'll be able to count it with fingers and toes.
Cowboys.
Yeah, Cowboys playing
the Raiders.
Oh, well, yeah. Is it in Vegas too?
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's what a great,
another road trip.
What a great.
How many Dallas Cowboy fans will have bought tickets but never left a casino?
Right. First guy to pass out, grab the tickets
stadium?
and go. I have not yet.
Okay. You know what?
It's only been open
You
a
are
year.
a paper tiger.
It's only been open a year.
It's been open 3 years.
It seems like 1 year.
Okay. It's time to do a little hang time with the Rich Calkins. Now they're calling it the Rich Calkins Memorial Thanksgiving Day Buffet.
All right, I'll take it.
The best thing about Rich in the
Memorial.
Right.
So he will have his Thanksgiving dinner, and then drive.
That's right.
That'll give the hour-long drive from Grayling to Bel Air for him to be able to
double up on
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
There you go.
Wow.
Yep. Not only can you take that fantastic buffet on Thanksgiving at the Lakeview Hotel, or you can get it to go. So if you don't want to, the worst thing about Thanksgiving is cleaning up, right?
Yeah.
So you can avoid that by either going to the buffet or getting your carry-out.
And one of the best things is all the leftovers.
Yep.
So you could have takeout for leftovers.
And of course, the day after the Black Friday event happening at Ivan's at Shanty Creek is the debut of the latest Warren Miller Ski Fest movie, so you can do that. And then on the 29th is the Antrim Ski Academy Ski Swap. That's been going on for 35 years. So you can bring in the gear that your kids have outgrown and swap it for.
And this is good gear, by the way, people.
Oh, yeah.
This is not just, rinky-dink stuff. This is high-end gear.
How you wouldn't know.
My daughter was a ski racer. I stood on many a frozen hill in my day.
I only used mine once.
Okay. We got some messages from our very fine partners. We'll be back after these on Up North Sports Radio's Friday Face-Off, brought to us by TVCAirport.com.
Who knew? Fresh air is a destination, a place to breathe in the lapping waves of Torch Lake and explore the tree-lined trails of northern Michigan. A place to connect with nature and each other, one-on-one, in the waves, woods, and wonder of Bel Air. When you're looking to escape the everyday, breathe in the magic of northern Michigan at Shanty Creek Resort in Bel Air and online at shantycreek.com. TVC's Tip of the Day. It's time to book your holiday and winter getaway, and TVC is ready to take you there. Whether you're visiting family and friends or chasing sunshine on southern beaches, TVC is the perfect flight for you. This fall, fly nonstop to Boston with JetBlue and experience the vibrant colors of autumn in the Northeast. Or choose from top carriers like American, Delta, and United. Plus, enjoy ultra-low fares on Allegiant. Seats are filling fast. Book your holiday and winter travel today. Explore all your flight options at tvcairport.com.
This November at Odawa Casino, it's time to be thankful and get lucky. During the season of giveaways at Odawa Casino Petoskey, play slots and table games all November long to earn entries. And Saturdays, they're hot, real hot. On Saturdays, hot seats drop up to $1,000. And on November 22nd from 4 to 8 p.m., we're drawing winners to take home up to $5,000 cash. That's over $39,000 to fall into. It's the season of giveaways, only at Odawa Casino.
At H&R Block, they understand you don't think about taxes all year, but they do. They're available year-round to discuss the tax implications of your life-changing events. They also offer business services built for you. Whether you're starting a new business or have an established business, their dedicated account managers are there to help with all your bookkeeping needs. To get started, contact H&R Block of Mayo today, 620 South Morenci Avenue in Mayo, or call 989-826-6521.
Think you know football? Go head-to-head for prizes with the Traverse City Record Eagles' own pro, senior sports writer James Cook. Pick your winners for every Sunday NFL matchup at record-eagle.com. If you beat James, you'll be entered to win a weekly prize from our Record Eagle sponsors. Make your picks each week, plus get contest rules and details at record-eagle.com/NFL Pick'em. Can you show up one of Northern Michigan's most trusted sports voices? James Cook's NFL Sunday Pick'em at record-eagle.com.
Tune in to 101.1 WGRY, Friday from 10 to 11 a.m. for Destination NFL, brought to you in part by Cherry Capital Airport TVC, your Northern Michigan connection at tvcairport.com. Up North Sports Radio.
On age, location, and other factors. Visit biglou.com.
Need life insurance but have diabetes, high blood pressure, or on anxiety meds? If you're a 50-year-old male, even porky, or with type 2 diabetes, $1 million of life insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. For affordable term life insurance, call Term Provider and speak with Big Lou at 800-555-1509 or visit biglou.com. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. 800-555-1509.
Much for term life insurance? There is a tremendous price war in the term life industry. Rates have...
Welcome back to Friday Face-Off on Up North Sports Radio, brought to us by TVCAirport.com. Jerry Coyne, Gordon Miller, and Rich Calkins in studio. And Gordo and I had been chatting for the last couple days about, I applied for press credentials to the University of, or Northwestern University. It's not the University of Northwestern.
Right.
And was denied. And I was kind of bummed out about that because
Sure.
I thought seeing Michigan play Northwestern at Wrigley was a pretty big bucket list.
Yeah.
And then Gordo's coming at me and like, well, we should go to the game. And
road trip.
By that time, I had folded those plans, and Joe was coming up. My buddy Murray has got his you saw the big blue bus is already down there.
Yeah.
They're going to have breakfast at the bus, 9 o'clock tailgate for a noon kick for this Michigan Northwestern game. And now Joe's car broke down, and he's not coming. And Gord's like, hey.
You could still go down for the festivities.
I got a big problem because, Cheryl
for the game.
Bit her lip yesterday because she had to be nice to me because it was my birthday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Happy belated.
But
it took him telling us.
It's over. That charity and goodwill
is gone.
For my birthday weekend, because my birthday extends throughout the month of November,
I
would like to go.
Yeah, it is mine.
Yeah,
too.
I remember that Cheryl's birthday is an entire week of festivities.
Oh, no question.
There's the parade.
Yeah, yes.
The gift exchange.
So no, why don't you come over to the house and we'll watch the game?
If I'm gonna
Or I'll
drive,
meet you. I'll be off the air. I can meet you halfway. We can watch the game at Trouttown
in
or
Kalkaska.
Cal Hole.
Cal Hole.
Yeah, they have. You ever been to the Cal Hole bar?
I have not.
They have fantastic
right
pizza.
downtown there.
Yeah, right downtown.
Yep.
The pizza is spectacular. They make their own Italian sausage.
What's it called?
It's called the Cal Hole Bar.
Don't be deceived by the outside.
Or we could do it at Twin Birch. Is fantastic.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, totally redone.
Yep.
That's a beautiful
Lots
facility.
of TVs there.
Yeah.
The food's pretty good.
That place they're rocking it. Every Friday night I go by there, in season, out of season.
Oh, yeah.
They got people showing up there.
The menu's great.
Yeah.
They have a great brunch there, and they got almost every Short's beer on tap. So Quinn and Joe Short are best friends.
Okay.
So
no, they're doing a nice job there.
But you were telling me that you think Michigan's in danger here.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, explain, please.
This is the team that took down Penn State as 21-point underdogs. The neutral field, the coming off of a bye. Michigan's looked so bad coming off of the bye. So if they slow start in this game, Northwestern's got that kind of team that will just
kind of muck it up and just
keep
it close.
I'm going to be.
And Underwood has not had a great road game.
It will be interesting to see just how many U of M fans are at this game.
I bet it's
the
a lot.
second largest alumni association, other than the Michigan Los Angeles Alumni Association, is the Chicago. There's so
Is
many.
it real? Because I know New York has got a huge Michigan fan base as well.
Yeah.
Well, Duke owns New York, so
no,
the
Michigan,
New York fan base is Duke's.
Michigan, the Harvard of the West. There's a reason why they call it the Harvard of the West, because Harvard didn't let Jews into the school until the 60s.
Harvard's in Cambridge, Massachusetts.
I understand
I'm talking about New York.
I'm talking about all the New Yorkers like Rich Eisen and Adam Schefter.
Yes.
And when I hung out at U of M, when my buddy Murray was an Evans Scholar, 6 of the Evans Scholars, I don't know what golf course they caddied at, were from frickin' New York. That's how I learned about Bruce Springsteen.
Because as far with Duke basketball, the joke always is there's no alumni in North Carolina.
I'm sure they're not.
Yeah.
And every time they play at the Garden, it is sold out in 8 seconds. There's a lot. I mean, that is the joke down there that Duke is basically
Duke is one of those schools that's
New
harder
York
to
of the
get into
South.
than U of M.
Yeah.
But this should be a de facto home game for the University of Michigan.
Yeah, it should be. I mean, just Underwood's got to have a decent road game. They've got to call. You can't. I mean, the 2 losses they had was throwing the ball underneath, and they didn't give them time to get set.
It sounds like everybody but Moore will play defensively. They haven't had. That's the whole thing. They need to win this game. They need to beat Maryland.
Oh, yeah,
then you've got Ohio State.
Right.
So
And
they're
then
9-2.
you control your own destiny.
You control your own destiny, but the only way they're going to beat Ohio State is if they are completely staffed on defense. And when Barsham is playing with his hair on fire, he's going to cause problems for Ohio State. And Wink seems to have game plans to figure out.
When their linebackers are healthy and they can move him to D-end again, and then he can rush the quarterback.
Yep.
And
No, I would say
that's his best position.
They should have a legitimate chance against Ohio State. I mean, the whole thing we talked about way back when is that by the time Underwood got to that game, he's a sophomore. as opposed to playing Oklahoma in week
the same
2.
Thing, you can say the same thing about Julian Sayin.
Well, Sayin doesn't need any help.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Sayin's been doing it everywhere, but Underwood has just been better at home.
The difference between this, I don't think Ohio State's going to try to run it down Michigan's throat because I don't believe that they can.
Yeah.
It's hard to really tell what this Ohio State football team is like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they won the Texas game, and it was a horrible football game on both ends.
Yes.
Texas had so many trips in the red zone in
Yeah.
that game. Manning was horrible.
And now they housed everybody else they've played. What's their best win besides Texas?
Right.
And Texas is mid
Wisconsin,
SEC right now.
I mean,
Yeah. We know they've looked stellar.
No,
it's just
because they haven't played Indiana. They haven't played,
They beat a Penn State team that, finally got their poop together and gave Indiana.
Yes.
It was a really good football game. I watched that game.
They did, yeah.
And
but
Penn State should have won the football game.
Yeah, but for weeks
Yeah,
they've
well, the last
looked in
drive was-
shambles.
last drive
They've
was
been
epic.
horrible. Once their quarterback went down, and it's just like it was all like
Yeah,
it was
when-
all bad.
Without
all
Alec,
bad.
they were nothing.
But Ohio State hasn't had that type of game.
Right.
That game is going to pay huge dividends to Indiana to be able to know that they can take a drive
Right.
at the end of the game and go down and score a touchdown to win the football game. Does Ohio State know they can do that?
They haven't been tested.
They haven't been
really.
tested, and it's going to happen. I'm assuming, unless they just come in and house Michigan, if they're up 21-0, and on their first three drives.
If they get an opportunity, they're just going to keep it rolling. They are going to try to embarrass
That was
Michigan.
the thought process last year. That's why Michigan was 22.5-point underdogs.
Right.
Because they figured that Ryan Day would just step on the gas. And if that opportunity presents itself, it's going to happen.
It is. But you got to get there. But again, my thing, I've said it for weeks, Michigan had those 2 first-round D tackles sitting there. They don't have that this year. And so it's a little bit concerning from that standpoint. But, hey, this game, I learned a while ago, with this game, you don't,
The thing that's going to
everything literally gets thrown out the window.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see just when they come out of the tunnel, because I swear last year, as soon as you saw Ryan Day when they were about to take the field, and he was all fidgety and he was looking like a deer in headlights, I felt like, oh God, he's going to prove a point, isn't he? He's going to ground and pound Michigan and prove a point. So does he come out relaxed now? Because his job was in jeopardy after losing to Michigan. Had they lost to Tennessee, he was done.
Well,
Now he's the greatest coach ever.
Is he?
He's the greatest payroll manager ever.
The biggest question mark to me
They're buying everybody.
will be, assuming that Michigan is 9-2 when this game is played, how many Michigan fans will sell their tickets to Ohio State fans? Because even when they broke the streak and beat them a couple years ago at the Big House, there was 40,000 Ohio State fans. Ohio State shows up for this football game. I don't know how much they pay for the tickets.
Right.
Got to be $1,000.
My brother-in-law, his brother is a very wealthy banker. He has Michigan season tickets that he keeps. He's had them for 20 years.
Right.
So he can have the Ohio State game.
Right.
That's it.
Purely, that's the reason.
He sells all the rest of his tickets.
Right.
Which, don't say that on air because they'll take the tickets away from him if he's selling them.
Yeah.
I will get it.
You just blew it for him.
His name is Mike Mara.
His address is.
And he will no longer have a dozen Michigan tickets that he never uses.
So, but there's some interesting games. Very briefly, do you think Pitt, I have in the back of my mind that Pitt's going to beat Notre Dame.
Do you? Yeah. Narduzzi's going to dial up that defense to stop that run game, and
they have the third best rush defense in the NCAA. But I mean, who's trying to run the football against them?
Yes.
Have they played Georgia Tech yet? Because that's the only team that can really run the football in the ACC.
Right.
I don't think they played Miami either. Those are the two teams that you can run the football against.
Yeah, I don't know that Pitt's at that level yet, but they do have enough of a team to make it competitive.
But I'm just saying, this is one of those games. Like I thought about it
Could be.
last week, Boston College. These Notre Dame loses to these random teams, and they've lost to Pittsburgh in the past when they could not afford to.
Yeah.
And so I don't know.
No.
What do I know?
I don't.
I only have a
I don't know
sports
what
talk
you know.
show.
Well, that's.
But again, the car kid has played really well. Every time I've ever watched
better and better every week. I mean, that's the big plus.
Yeah, for sure.
If we can't get a bunch of upsets, then what's the point? If there can't be total chaos in the rankings, I'm bored. I root for absolute chaos.
Please tell us of
every year.
Yeah.
Every year.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Chaos is good.
So if I end up doing this, I'll just send you a photo from Wrigley. I'm at Harry Carey's.
That'll make me feel great.
I'm at Harry Carey's right now.
Are you there, James?
Yeah.
Hold on.
It's all good.
I love Harry Carey's. It's a great restaurant, great food.
Very convenient, right across the street.
Yep.
Very, very crowded. But hey,
it's not. Harry Carey's isn't right across the street from Wrigley's.
It's close.
No.
There's 2 Harry Careys.
I've never been in the one over there.
Oh.
It's time for the Sarah Automotive High School Sportscape show here on Up North Sports Radio. We say goodbye to Gordon Miller and Miller Lending. What's the interest rate?
6 1/8.
Okay, there you go.
All right.
James Cook joining us from the Traverse City Record Eagle. And James, are you making the trip?
Which trip?
TC Central on the road.
Oh, no, you got Kingsley and Reed City at home tonight.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
chicken.
I've been living on zero sleep all week, going down to Mount Pleasant for volleyball regionals. So I'm going to try to take it easy for one night before opening.
Yeah.
Deer season.
Well, I was going to say, James, you're going to do the deer camp again this year?
Oh, yeah. You're going to try to squeeze it in between playoff stuff.
Okay. Now, are they going to have you cook again, or you probably can't because of all your other obligations?
No, I'm just doing breakfast, lunch one day.
Okay. All right.
So,
nope.
Eggs, bacon, sausage, all that.
There you go. Those traditional deer season meals like that. Those are awesome. Nothing better than that. But yeah, let's start off with that Traverse City Central at Portage Central game. The key to this, Portage Central has a sophomore running back and linebacker named Cam No that has picked up a couple of Big Ten referrals there as far as recruitment. He's gotten some options there. The kid's, again, he's a sophomore. He's 6'3", 205 pounds. He's the real deal. Can Traverse City Central stop this kid?
Yeah, he's got over 1,300 yards rushing and 20 touchdowns this season.
Yeah.
He picked up that Minnesota offer last week.
Yeah.
And he's running behind a tight end and linebacker, Charlie Jellick, who also committed to Minnesota earlier this season. So they got a couple of Big Ten guys on that offense. So it's going to be a big test for TC Central for sure. And Portage Central is ranked number 1 for a reason.
Right.
Well, the only way TC Central is going to win this game is if they can run the football.
Yeah. Yep.
Portage, how much?
5A scored 515 points.
And giving up 44. What's the?
Yep, 44 exactly.
Yeah. So their offensive versus defensive efficiency should prove to be a little bit of a challenge, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, Central's going to have their hands full for sure. But, people were saying the same thing about Muskegon, and look at what happened there.
Yeah.
100%.
Exactly. Yeah, Coach Shiggers, he just seems to do it. When they get into the playoffs, man, they just kind of dial it up, and they find ways to win. So good for them.
Yeah, but, when you talk about we were talking about this team last week, James, and it seems to me that almost every year when I look at the University of Michigan's roster, there's always a kid or two from Portage.
Yeah.
This is a school that has a number of D1 kids go each and every year, and it's hard to beat that kind of talent.
Yeah. You see, TC Central has that once in a while when they get a kid like Josh Burnham.
Right. Once in a while.
Jack Irwin.
Yeah. You don't see 3 kids. It's like,
right.
Back in the heyday of Brother Rice, you had 9 kids at a table on signing day.
Right.
And I'm sure Portage Central has the same thing. They got 4 or 5 kids all sitting at a table when the signing in what is it, January 3rd or whatever.
Yeah, February usually. But again, that's absolutely right. That kind of talent, that usually does well. So sticking in Division II, I know it's outside your normal coverage area there, James, but it is a Saginaw Valley team. Orchard Lake St. Mary's comes north to take on Midland Dow. What a matchup that is.
Yeah, that should be a good one. Dow, looked great whenever we saw him the last couple of years. So
Coach Jermaine Gonzalez. Jermaine Gonzalez was an All-American at Orchard Lake St. Mary's, was an All-American at the University of Michigan, and his son is playing quarterback for Orchard Lake St. Mary's. I don't think he's a senior. In fact, he might be a freshman. But Orchard Lake St. Mary's is one of those teams out of the Catholic League that always has a lot of talented kids. So should be a good game.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I think, didn't they beat Brother Rice to get to here?
They lost to Brother Rice. That's how
in
Brother
the regular
Rice got
season.
And that's how Brother Rice got into the playoffs. Then they eliminated Brother Rice, and now they've got a pretty big task. That Midland Dow team is pretty good.
Yeah. So how about the 3 teams from the Saginaw Valley League all
Still
make
in
it from that North Division? Yeah, pretty impressive. As in Division 3, Mount Pleasant's going to host East Grand Rapids tonight.
Yeah.
James, you got anything on the Mount Pleasant East Grand Rapids game, bud?
Not really. I was just in Mount Pleasant last night, though.
Oh, okay.
Volleyball.
Down in
regionals.
Country.
Volleyball regionals?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Traverse City Central beat another Saginaw Valley League team in Davison.
Oh, yeah. They're in that other division? Yes, exactly.
We didn't talk about the Kingsley game. That's where you're headed, James.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about, it's just shocking, having not been to the game, how easily they handled Traverse City St. Francis.
Yeah, well, they had all the motivation in the world, and they were
this goalpost story.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, isn't that wild?
It's on TikTok now.
Is it? I've heard.
Cheryl sent me the TikTok version of it.
Yep. My wife sent me that too.
Yeah, it's just that was just a kind of a crazy confluence of events. I mean, Kingsley not realizing that they weren't using the right size goalposts for years.
Yeah.
Because they had been donated to the school by a college, and the college width's different than pro or the high school width, and the difference is not like just a few inches; it's 5 feet.
Oh, really? I thought it was just inches apart.
Yeah.
I did not know it was 5 feet.
No, yeah, college and pro is 18 feet, and high school is 23.
Wow. Oh, serious? Yeah, I thought it was 5 inches.
No freaking clue. I thought it was 5 inches too. I thought it was much to do about nothing. But thank you for giving us that info.
So
I think it was 9 and 10's story that said 5 inches.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, that's where we got that. I'm like, that's not that big a deal. But 5 feet. How did coaches go there for years and not realize there's a 5 foot difference?
I guess nobody really ever questioned it or anything like that. I was talking to some other ADs around the area, and they're like, "Oh, if you go up to the UP, you go to stadiums all over up in the UP, and they're using like homemade goalposts, that aren't regulation and stuff.
They made in shop class, yeah,
yeah. And so they're not even ones that are bought or donated like this, from a college that redid their stadium or whatever and had an extra set of goalposts and donated them to a high school team. So those goalposts have been there for they think almost 20 years, because Jim Wooer was saying that they got donated by a college not long after they won their first state championship in 2006.
Okay.
So it's been there for quite a while.
Right.
And then somebody from St. Francis noticed, and because they played him there a couple of times in the last few years, and said something about it.
Yeah.
And
she flew a drone over this.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's the rumor.
Again, the first story was 5 inches, so I thought people are making a big to-do about nothing. But 5 feet, now again, that's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, but the crazy thing is Traverse City St. Francis has won the last few games at Kingsley.
Yeah.
So
and in pretty close games.
Yeah. And remember, both teams played that way with both goalposts the same. So again, big deal or not.
But if you wanted to argue the point, they practice there. Their kicker
True.
learns to,
be even more accurate than others.
So the kickers that come in to visit at Kingsley don't realize that, Or maybe they do. They look at it and go, that looks kind of funny. You ever played, like when you go to the carnival and they have the smaller basketball hoops?
Yes.
And
where it barely fits
trust
in.
me, it's way harder to make that shot.
Yes, it is. No question.
They're not giving away a lot of those stuffed animals.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the same psychology, but that now this whole is turned into like an urban legend now, James. I'm sure you followed some of it. She supposedly had a drone there on Friday because they called it in the day before the game, right?
Well,
yeah,
they changed it that Thursday night before they had the game. They brought in other goalposts and put them in.
I'm just saying
late that night. Yeah,
and now they have a drawing of the woman.
Jeez,
like I saw a caricature.
Yeah, a police sketch artist. Somebody, evidently the guy or the person, I think it was a student. The way the story goes is a student saw this woman out there on the field with a drone.
Okay.
And then the phone call came in, and evidently the student went to the principal and said, well, yeah, there was this woman out there with a drone. And they're like, well, who is she? I don't know. But they got the police to do a sketch.
Oh, my gosh.
So, I mean, the story itself
I've got to read it then.
Is ludicrous.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's just wild.
And I don't mean the actor and rapper.
No, not at all. But, hey, James, in this contest, they've Kingsley and Reed City, they've met 7 times, and Kingsley holding a 4-3 edge. So It's been pretty competitive through the years with, again, Kingsley beating them in the first game of the season.
Yeah, Kingsley won that game, the opener of the season, 24-6. It has been a pretty close series between them. It's kind of developed into a little bit of a rivalry, even though they're not in the same league or anything like that. They're
not too far apart.
On the other side of
what is it, about 40 miles from Reed City to Kingsley?
Yeah, so they're pretty geographically close and everything, and it's just kind of turned into a good rivalry because they've both been pretty good for most of the last of the decade, and when they run into each other, it's generally a pretty good game, and they've run into each other in the playoffs more than once, and all that. So it's moved into being a pretty good rivalry between those two schools, and Kingsley kind of needs that. They're not going to play St. Francis anymore. That was something that I think that had come about earlier in the season, is that St. Francis and Kingsley aren't going to renew their contract to play each other in the non-conference.
I wonder what that's about.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Do you know there's
part of it is that I think Kingsley's moving into the new conference. The Northern Shores is starting up its own football conference, and they have enough teams that you only have like 2 non-conference slots available. So
pick your poison.
So they got and I think they want to keep the Reed City one going. I think they have a contract for the Reed City one, and so it's just a matter of.
And they're playing Notre Dame,
right? Yeah. Do you know there's 3 teams left in the playoffs, all in different divisions, that St. Francis has beat in the regular season. Gladwin, Ogama Heights,
yeah.
Kingsley, and Glen Lake.
Yeah, Ogama Heights. Who do they got this tonight?
They are going down to Saginaw.
The world's most aggressive collection agency. They can seize your property, bank account, and garnish your wages. They cause sleepless nights for millions of Americans. Don't be one of them. If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state, get protected today. Call 800-242-3186. Coast 1.
Are you there, James?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We did, temporary thing. Anyway, Ogama Heights heads down to Saginaw Swan Valley, and they're going to play tomorrow, JC, instead of on Friday night. That's really not that far away. I don't understand why they're playing on Saturday, but maybe Coach Miller sees an advantage for them to play on Saturday. On opening day of the hunting season.
Didn't that happen? We had this controversy last year on a Friday. Yeah.
Yep.
Who was it?
The thing is, the rule is that if you're over 75 miles apart, you have to agree on
Right.
I think it was Ogama Heights last year that wanted to move the game to Saturday because opening day was on Friday last year.
I thought maybe it was Jarsfer from Gladwin that won. Somebody wanted to, yes.
Appealed. Yeah, it was kind of a big stink.
Yeah, they really wanted to play again.
I think it was Gladwin.
Yeah, they traditionally, the kids hunt on opening day with their families and this and that. And
it was outside of the 70 mile by an inch or some crazy measurement.
Right.
Remember this, James?
Yeah, I remember it happening last year. And if it's outside the 75 miles, then they have to come to an agreement. And if they can't come to an agreement, then it's automatically Saturday at 1.
Oh, seriously?
They couldn't.
That's
not
the
what
default.
happened.
The default.
So if they can't, if they can't come to an agreement, it's just default.
They
Saturday
figured
at 1
out that Ogama or Gladwin was within the. They had one measurement. There was another one that went the other way.
Yes.
They made Gladwin play on opening day, and Gladwin, I think, lost that game.
Yeah, I think so, too.
So, anyways.
That was, That
you got to love Michigan high school football.
What?
They should have flown a drone to figure out how.
We're going to play at opening of the deer season? Are you crazy?
Yeah.
Come on, that's a holiday up here.
The opening of the playoffs, there was a school that forfeited their opening playoff game because it was Grand Rapids Sacred Heart.
Yes.
And they were playing Mendon, and they wanted the game to be Friday night. Sacred Heart did because that Saturday was All Saints Day. And they're a private Christian high school.
Right.
And Mendon said, well, Friday night's Halloween, and the police are busy with Halloween, so we can't guarantee safety, so we're not going to do it on Saturday or on Friday.
And they forfeit the game.
Yes.
So then Sacred Heart just said, well, okay, well, then we're not going to play.
I had people from Gaylord St. Mary's texting me wanting to know why that other St. Mary's was forfeiting the game. And so now I know. Thanks, James.
That's crazy. And think of how ticked off kids are. They usually get this day off from school, but since opening day is on a Saturday, they don't get the day off.
No, they don't.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It certainly
Cheryl,
is.
when we first moved up here, and they told us about Gun Safety Day, and they were taking that off as opposed to Martin Luther King Day.
Oh, yeah.
And we were just, stunned.
Oh, yeah. That's right. It's a different world up here, for sure.
Oh, yeah. There's some schools that, that's just a day off. It's just,
get your guns and head into the woods with Mom and Dad.
I'm old enough to where I took gun safety as a class in school, in middle school. Seriously, yeah.
How many teachers got shot during gun safety class?
They didn't actually allow you to
no bullets, really,
no guns into the school or anything. But no, you took it as a course. So anyway,
ain't that great?
All right, James. How about another Friday night matchup? Bark River Harris, just outside of Escanaba, travels down to Glen Lake, and they're going to play tonight.
Oh, good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a game tonight at 7:00. So at Bark River Harris, both of these teams are 9-1, so they both had a week during the regular season where they didn't play. So they're kind of a game play and a game less than everybody else.
Yeah.
But Bark River is coming off of a pretty good win over Iron Mountain. Glen Lake beat East Jordan last week by 2 touchdowns. So they're both ranked in the top 10 in the state in D8. Bark River is number 9 and Glen Lake's number 5. So this should be a pretty good game. These schools haven't played for 22 years.
Wow.
The only time they ever played was in 2003.
Wow.
In a playoff game. Yeah.
And
in a regular season game.
It was a regular season game. They only played it one off, and it was 11-8.
Okay, there you go. Well, Glen Lake, I don't know anything about Bark River Harris, but Glen Lake has won. I don't think they've had a game that was one score or less. Every single game I think they played this year has been a nail-biter.
Yeah, Glen Lake has kind of been their MO this year, is just grinding out games, playing good defense, running the ball.
Yep.
So that's just been their MO. So I wouldn't doubt it if that's the same thing that happens tonight. So
They get it at home.
That's
It's a
right.
big
Yeah.
plus. Yep.
Beautiful thing.
What about our boys at Beale City?
They've got to go on the road.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Shockingly, to Harbor Beach. Beale City, who scored over 500 points, only given up 51 all season.
I thought it was 13. Didn't they end up giving up?
Well,
they gave up more points
last week
than they had the whole season.
It was crazy against Saginaw and Novell.
Yeah, exactly.
And they won 41-13, which just killed their season average, of course.
Harbor Beach. So Harbor Beach must be good, or they beat some teams that had garnered more points,
right,
than Beale City.
Yeah, no doubt. No, that's a team. They've scored 449 and only given up 89 on the season.
There you go. So whoever wins this game is almost undoubtedly going to be the state champion.
I think so too. Right. Yeah, and of course, Beale City, as we've said many times, they are the defending Division 8 champs.
That's right.
How about a little bit of 8-man football? How about Thurlby Field hosting a game between Norway and
cool.
Montebello?
I love this.
Yeah, I do too.
I think that's fantastic.
A Saturday, tomorrow, a 1 o'clock start at Thurlby, so good for them.
Yeah, obviously Thurlby's not charging them like we keep talking about this, James, about why doesn't the Uperdome host some of these playoff games so teams don't have to drive all over to hell and back. But they're doing it to benefit these two teams.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, to find some place in between. I mean, Montebello is way down south,
right?
Central part of the state, kind of Greenville area. So, and a team coming from the UP in Norway, so it's more of a home game for Montebello than it is for Norway, of course. And you're running into the same thing with Onekama playing North Dickinson.
Yeah, they're playing in Marquette, though. Slight advantage to North Dickinson.
Just a slight advantage.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be a home game for Onekama because they have the better record and the better playoff point advantage, too. So it's supposed to be a home game for Onekama, but North Dickinson only has an hour and a half drive, and Onekama has almost 6.
Yeah.
But it's part of it's just a matter of, semifinals, you're required to play on turf. So there's only so many schools that have turf.
I did not know that.
Oh, James, you are a font of knowledge today. I'm going to have to send you a cookie.
Going into deer camp, and you're spewing all this knowledge there, James. Yeah. Look at you.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the same way for 8-player football, or for 11-player football too. The semifinals are all played on turf. So there's only so many stadiums that have turf, and then you find somebody who'd be willing to host it. And all those kind of things. I think Cadillac, I was talking to the AD there, and he was saying that they were going to host an 8-player game, but they couldn't find, because it was opening day. So they couldn't find enough volunteers to do the chain gang.
Wow. No, so with the Thurlby Field, does Central or West?
I guarantee you that Dan O'Connor will be on the chain gang because he just loves that.
Yeah. And will it be Jason Carmine, the AD? Will he be responsible for all the organizing everything, James, or will him and the TC Central AD both combine resources?
Well, I doubt a TC Central.
Oh, yeah, they're still playing, so he's going to be busy.
We'll call Jason and get the inside scoop. Yeah. In big boy football, I just want to go over a couple of games. Detroit Catholic Central playing Clarkston.
Oh, yeah. Great matchup.
Yeah, great matchup. And Hudsonville is playing East Kentwood. Hudsonville beat Rockford to get in there. So some big boy football. Romeo housed Macomb, Dakota last week, so they're playing Rochester Adams in what you would classify as British. And Detroit Cass Tech is playing Saline.
Okay.
Okay, so and that
Saline,
is
the home
C.J.
of
Carr's
Carr boys,
younger brother.
Yep.
Saline beat Brownstown 57-17, and Cass Tech beat Fordson 48-8. So you got some big-time powerhouse football going on in the D1 and D2. The state championship games, I don't know how we're going to see them this year because they're not going to be on.
All live streaming, yes.
But I'm telling you, Cass Tech and Detroit Catholic Central, some of these teams are borderline college football programs.
Right. Oh, yeah, that's for sure. So, all right, James.
All right, James. This year, and it's on Friday and Sunday this year, too.
Oh, that's right, because Saturday
Michigan State has got are playing
a home game.
Yeah, their last game.
Maryland, I think, or something, right?
There will be more people at the high school state championship games than will be at the Michigan State Penn State game or Maryland or whoever they're playing.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't remember who it is they're playing.
It doesn't matter. They could be playing. The only way they'd get anybody in that building is if they were playing Michigan. So and they've already done that and lost. So
yeah.
Anyways, James, good luck at deer camp. Where's your deer camp?
In Manton.
Okay. Oh yeah, down in farm country there.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So you won't be able to pick up the scoreboard show that Rich and I will be doing tomorrow. So.
I actually get better signal from my blind than I do from the cabin. So.
I love it.
All right. Well, best of luck. Enjoy.
Yeah. All right, James. Thanks,
All right,
buddy.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
There you go. That was one of the more fun segments we've had with him. James loosening up.
Oh,
you
yeah,
gotta think
exactly.
about
Love it.
When we first had him on,
Oh, yeah.
we didn't. The other kid was the guy that we wanted.
Well,
the one that went to Vegas.
Yeah, yes. Well, he was a real dynamic.
He was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And compared to that, James was like, an ambassador from the Netherlands.
I mean, those newspaper guys, I mean, they're.
But he is loosened
just
up.
Just give me the facts, baby. Give me the facts.
We just we've rubbed off on him too much.
I think so.
imagine.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
All right, Rich. Should be an exciting day. We will be back at it tomorrow.
That we will.
On Up North Sports Radio at 10 o'clock with our scoreboard show. But thanks big time to the Sarah Automotive Group in Kalkaska and Gaylord. They're having a huge tire sale right now. You need to get those tires on before the snow stays on the ground.
That's right.
Which is going to start happening next week. So go to sarahkalkaska.com or sarahgaylord.com for all those offers. Now we will kick over officially to Infinity Sports Network.
Happy Friday! It's Shop 910 meteorologist Haley Fischetti, and here's a look at today's forecast. Heading outside to more of those dry skies across the region. Things look really nice out there. More sunshine today, quiet conditions, enjoying more of that sunshine as we warm up into the 40s and 50s. Winds will stay pretty quiet from the south, and as you head off to bed tonight, we're looking at more increasing clouds across the region. That's going to start to bring in more rain showers as you head into your Saturday. Temperatures still staying mild in the low 40s to upper 50s for a lot of us. Temperatures finally dropping into Sunday, where we start to see more of those 30s and 40s and some snow chances. With all the details over on 9 and 10 News.
The weather is brought to you by Bay Mills Resort and Casino in Brimley. Fall means the leaves are changing. For spectacular color, head to Bay Mills Resort and Casino. Your fall vacation is waiting for you. BayMillsCasino.com.
Need some help making Christmas merry and bright? Crawford County residents can sign up to receive assistance from Toys for Tots. Sign up at the Grayling Nature Center at the City Park on South James Street through the end of November. Registration is open Mondays and Fridays from 11 to 3 and Wednesdays from 2 to 6. Kids' birth certificates are required. Sign up Mondays and Fridays from 11 to 3 and Wednesdays from 2 to 6. Donate new and unwrapped toys now through December 9th at more than 40 locations in Grayling.
20 of them. These dramatic pauses. I thought it was hilarious.
I like it. Could be fun. All right, back to no context. Buy or sell. Cal Raleigh was robbed of the MVP.
Buy. I do think he was robbed. You don't know this because you're not good at context, but he had 60 home runs and he led the AL with 125 runs driven in.
Thank you, Mr. Context.
You're welcome. I got you.
And finally, buy or sell. This is a huge deal.
No buy. Are we talking about no context?
Buy. No, you want no context.
I assume you're discussing Steph Curry leaving Under Armour. I don't care. Do you? I should care. It is a big deal. Their stock is down a lot of the last 5 years. I'm just not a shoehead, sneakerhead. Can't even say the term right. Do you care?
No, I don't care.
I didn't buy Steph's Under Armour shoes. I'm not going to buy his Nike, Reebok, Adidas, big baller brand shoes. I'm not doing it.
Get
And I like
LeVar
Steph.
Ball on the phone.
I can. I
Triple B
have
is
his
back.
number. I like LeVar. He's a good dude. He's
Curry
a funny
breaks his
guy.
ankles again because of his shoes.
Don't care. Could not care less. All right, we are going to get the photo out there that a few of you seem to care about. Then we're going to coin a bum of the week after we get a sports flash from Andrew Bogush.
Infinity Sports Network Sports Flash.
Bill, this Sports Flash is sponsored by Skechers. Watch the Skechers World Champions Cup this December 4th, 5th, and 7th on ESPN and ABC. Justin Fields could only throw for 116 yards on Thursday Night Football. He was the Jets' leading rusher with 67 yards and a score. Not an ideal combo for Aaron Glenn's team.
We can't put Justin in a situation where he's a running back, and I think we all know that because we'll put him in harm's way. So he did a good job on some of those runs. We just have to be very calculated on when we do those things.
The Jets began the game in Foxborough with a touchdown, but spent the rest of the night playing catch-up, eventually losing to the Patriots 27-14 to end their 2-game win streak. It's now 8 wins in a row, though, for those Pats. They're the first team to 9 victories this season. Drake May threw a touchdown to rookie running back Travion Henderson, who also scored twice on the ground. And from men's college hoops, BYU's starting forward Kennard Davis Jr. facing DUI charges after a minor crash yesterday morning in Provo. No word yet if Davis will be allowed to play tomorrow's showdown with UConn. He's got to worry about the law and the school's strict honor code. I'm Andrew Bogish.
Hey, it's Perloff from the Maggie and Perloff Show. Get all your sports talk here on the Infinity Sports Network. Always available on the free Odyssey app.
At Navy Federal Credit Union, we've served veterans and their families for over 90 years, and we continue to serve over 2 million veterans because their contributions inspire our service. And this Veterans Day, we want to tell you that when you're a member, you'll have access to exclusive rates, discounts, and financial tools. Plus, we're partnering with Travis Manion Foundation's Veterans Day of Service campaign, connecting veterans and families of the fallen with local volunteer opportunities. Become a member at NavyFederal.org/veterans. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
The IRS, the world's most aggressive collection agency. They can seize your property, bank account, and garnish your wages. They cause sleepless nights for millions of Americans. Don't be one of them. If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state, get protected today. Call 800-242-3186. Coast One Tax Group, protecting your bank, home, and your sleep since 2008. With hundreds of 5-star reviews and an A+ on the Better Business Bureau. Call Coast One Tax Group, 800-242-3186. Stanley from New York owed $93,000. The IRS placed a levy on his bank account. Coast One released the levy and settled with the IRS for $2,000. Mark in Michigan owed $225,000. After Coast One stepped in, Mark walked away paying less than $1,500. Call Coast One now. A 10-minute call can save you up to 93% on your back taxes. Get your fresh start today. That's 800-242-3186.
Sponsored by Coast One Financial Group.
Paid for by term provider. Premiums will vary. Plans depend on age, location, and other factors. Visit biglou.com.
Need life insurance but have diabetes, high blood pressure, or on anxiety meds? If you're a 50-year-old male, even porky, or with type 2 diabetes, $1 million of life insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. For affordable term life insurance, call